Hi, friend. Welcome to Flourish Moments with Jen. I'm Jen Stone Sexton, founder of Freedom to Flourish Ministries, and I am so glad that you are here. My heart is to encourage, empower, and equip you to flourish in faith, freedom, and fruitfulness, mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to pause and sit with me for a moment. Today, I want to introduce creative rest and share this concept of how creative rest can renew your mind, body, and spirit through the story of a recent experience hiking in the desert. The title of this is Longing to Feel Like Yourself Again. Discover how creative rest can renew your mind, body, and spirit. The desert has a way of quieting everything. As I hiked through Red Rock Canyon, the sun pressed warm against the earth, and the trail stretched through heat, dust, and stone. My mouth felt dry no matter how often I reached for water. My breath became the loudest sound in the silence, along with the steady rhythm of footsteps moving through the sand. When you are walking in the wilderness, the main focus becomes simple things: breath, thirst, direction, the next step. And yet, in that stark and rugged beauty, I noticed something else. The chatter of my mind began to quiet. In the silence, I sensed how often God meets us in the places we would rather avoid. Wilderness seasons, barren stretches, the spaces where life feels uncertain, exposed, or dry. Places where distractions fall away and we become more aware of what is happening within us. Sometimes what feels like emptiness becomes sacred ground. What happens when the noise becomes quiet? Many of us lived surrounded by constant input, notifications, responsibilities, pressure, expectations. Even when life is full, our inner world can feel disconnected and overstimulated. That is why rest matters. Not only physical rest, but the kind of rest that helps us hear again, feel again, and reconnect with what is true. Creative rest is one of those gifts. Creative rest is the renewal that comes when we receive beauty instead of only managing demands. It is found in moments that restore wonder, awaken gratitude, and receive and create space for God to gently refresh the soul. Sometimes we do not need more information. We need space to notice. In the middle of that dry landscape, I saw signs of life everywhere. Butterflies moving through the canyon air, desert flowers blooming in unexpected places, beautiful cactus blossoms emerging from stems covered in thorns. It felt like a living parable. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I am going to do something new. Now it will spring up. Will you not be aware of it? I will even make a roadway in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Friends, God brings life where we expect barrenness. He brings beauty where we only noticed hardship. And He brings renewal in places we assumed were beyond repair. The wilderness carries its own stunning beauty. And so do the seasons of life that we did not choose. Because nothing is wasted. As I walked, another thought rose in my heart. Nothing is ever wasted. Not a mistake, not a tear, not the effort, not the season that felt slow, not the place where you thought you failed. So often, what we label as failure may actually be a hidden season of formation. What feels like delay may be preparation. And what feels barren may be the very place where roots are growing deep, deeper than we can see. God is not absent in the wilderness. He is present, refining, healing, and gently leading us forward one step at a time. He brings forth beauty from the wounded places. You know, those cactus flowers stayed with me. Blooms emerging from prickly, guarded stems felt like a reminder for every heart that has been wounded and learned to protect itself. I know mine has. One of the hardest things has been dropping my self-protective stances and being real and being vulnerable and being open. Many of us build emotional barriers after disappointment, grief, rejection, or pain. Yet when surrendered to God, even wounded places can become places of beauty. He knows how to bring tenderness where there has been hardness. He knows how to heal what has been bruised. He knows how to create something exquisite from suffering entrusted to his care. There are 3 simple ways to practice creative rest. You do not need a plane ticket or a mountain trail to begin. Creative rest can meet you right where you are. The first step is to step into beauty. Take a walk outside. Notice the sky. Sit in the sun. Visit a park or a garden. Let creation remind you that renewal is still possible. The second step is to quiet the noise. Put your phone away for a few moments or hours. Turn off the constant input. Sit in silence and let your nervous system exhale. And the third step, ask God what is blooming. Pause and ask, Lord, what are you growing in me that I cannot yet see? Listen gently. You may be more renewed than you realize. If you have been longing to feel like yourself again, perhaps the invitation is not to strive harder, but to receive rest in a new way. Creative rest helps us reconnect with beauty, wonder, and the God who still brings streams in the desert. Even now, life can rise in dry places. Even now, beauty can bloom again. Even now, you are being renewed. A few reflection questions to sit with. Where in your life have you been feeling dry, disconnected, or stretched thin? What moments of beauty help you feel grounded and restored? And what might God be growing in this season that you cannot yet see? A prayer for you. Lord, thank you for meeting me in every season, including the wilderness places. Quiet the noise within me and help me notice the beauty you are still creating. Refresh what feels dry, heal what feels tender, and renew my mind, body, and spirit through your gentle presence. Amen. If you would like to revisit this reflection or sit with it a little longer, you can find the full blog on my website at flourishchristiancoach.com. And I'd love to share something I created just for you. If you're tired of always being the strong one, if you learn to smile while quietly hurting inside, if you keep pushing through life while ignoring your own needs, emotions, and exhaustion, I want you to know you are not alone. That's one of the reasons I created the Flourish Reset, a gentle resource to help you slow down, reconnect with yourself and with God, and begin restoring what's been depleted. You can download the free PDF at flourishchristiancoach.com. Before closing, a reference credit, the 7 Types of Rest framework is the intellectual property of Dr. Sandra Dalton Smith and is used under license. 7 Types of Rest is a registered trademark and all rights are reserved. Thank you for spending time with me today. I encourage you to look for beauty that inspires wonder. And remember, you were created to flourish. I'll see you next week.